Hi, aniquest here. This is my recap for the anime Windbreaker. If you dig my recaps, don't forget to subscribe and smash that notification bell. The story begins as we watch someone barely managing to stay on a tightrope. Students gossip about how he keeps getting into fights and how he nothing but trouble. Even the parents talk about how dangerous he is. Everybody thinks he is too dangerous to even look at. But that's just how it is because everybody knows he doesn't know how to deal with folks. They straight up diss his looks, saying he won't even dye his hair black. They even have a problem with the color of one of his eyes, claiming he must be cursed. Everybody thinks he is nasty, and the kid eventually falls off the rope. We then see our angry protagonist for the first time, named Sakura. He explains he digs strong folks and doesn't give a damn about the weak. Nearby, some dude's harassing a girl, asking if she wanna do something. She says she wanna smash some eggs on their heads, but that'd be a waste of good eggs. The guy warns her not to act all high and mighty, and he stops her from bouncing. Sakura then explains that what he hates the most are weak people who think they are strong. Sakura interferes with the gang of harassers and tells them that it's too early to be acting so lame. The leader tries to attack Sakura, but sad to say, he is exactly the type Sakura despises. Sakura drops this dude easily and wonders what the hell is going on in his head to make him think he is strong when he ain't. Sakura demands they remember his name and face, so they can warn all the weaklings they know to run when they see him. Sakura is a bit of a psycho, because he also wants them to know his name, so they can tell all the strong peeps how to find him. He announces he is Sakura Haruka from Furin High School. Sakura leaves these jerks, but the girl stops him to say thank you. Sakura is all confused, wondering if she is talking to him. She confirms she is, and Sakura is straight up clear about the fact that he ain't doing that to save her. He only smacked those dudes because they were annoying the hell out of him. Sakura turns down her offer to grub, but she ends up feeding him anyway. She can tell he ain't from around here and ain't too many peeps visiting this spot. She explains that the gang he had just fought has been causing a lot of problems, and the town's public safety has become non-existent. She admits she ain't from around here either and introduces herself as Tachibana. Sakura can't wrap his head around why she is being so nice because most folks would be scared of him, especially after he just beat up 5 guys. Sakura reluctantly chows down the food when she asks him to, but he is blown away by how damn good it is. He wonders if her joint gonna take off, but she corrects him because the dummy is trying to say takeout. Tachibana pointed out his eye and hair colors were all messed up, and he wondered if she had beef with it. She is more amazed than anything, but paranoid Sakura thinks she wanna throw down. Sakura is surprised because normally peeps are disgusted by his looks and demand he dye his hair. Sakura break it down that looks don't mean shit in a fight, and that's why he came to Furin. Furin knew for having students with the shittiest grades, but they are also the elest fighters. They are the ones who slip through the cracks at other schools and end up at Furin. They straight up brawl every day to decide who is on top. They are so dedicated to fighting that they even throw down on holidays, and Sakura is dead set on becoming the top dog. Tachibana peeps out that Sakura has some high-ass goals, but Sakura straight up admits he is dumb as a brick, and fighting is all he knows. But to him, ain't nothing sounds better than scrapping his way to the top, and this place was the perfect fit. It doesn't take long for Tachibana to figure out he is already in school uniform when school ain't starting until tomorrow. It's because he's all hyped up. The embarrassed Sakura explains that he just moved, so he didn't have anything else to wear, but she just teases him more. Our hero Sakura resorts to fighting as always and demands that they take this argument outside. Just then, Tachibana peeps a customer forgetting his bag, but Sakura reminds him. As Sakura bounces home, he can't help but think about how damn weird that whole encounter was. The old man hooked him up with some candies and told Tachibana to thank him. Sakura ain't used to all that praise, so he straight up thinks the whole damn town's weird, including Tachibana. He points out he is rocking the uniform of a school full of troublemakers, and his appearance is hella strange too. It doesn't add up for people to be thanking him. Regular folks would be on guard around him and not trust him. Sakura once found someone's wallet, and they straight up accused him of stealing it. Just then, Tachibana explained that Sakura made the right call coming to Furin, but sadly, there ain't no damn way he gonna be the top dog. Shockingly, she straight up says he might not even beat anyone there, let alone be the top dog. Sakura pointed out she got no damn clue how strong he is. She admits he might have them strong-ass muscles, but explains he still won't be able to be the top dog. The problem he has is that he is all alone. Sakura is getting mad as hell and declaring he ain't that damn weak to rely on anyone else to win. As he leaves, Tachibana clarifies she ain't talking about physical strength. She suggests he go meet some Furin kids because then he gonna stand out. Nearby, a group of hoodlums wreak havoc, and some poor lady calls someone for help. Sakura bumps into the same dudes from earlier, and the leader is surprised that he came. He straight up calls our boy Furin trash, but Sakura just Trina brush him off. The leader peeps that he ain't forget Sakura's face and starts clowning him about his appearance. This dude is shaken when he realizes Sakura's hair and eye color are real. They thought he was just doing some messed up cosplay, but he points out that it being real is even more disgusting. Sakura grinned because this was the reaction he used to get to his appearance. This the disgust he did get used to, but it's all good because he done gave up on that shit. Sakura still wanna feel like he has some worth though. If he can beat whoever is standing in front of him, then he can feel superior. The problem is that Sakura can't stop thinking about how Tachibana told him that he wouldn't be the top dog because he is alone. The leader declares that his gang will start a war against Furin for Sakura punching him, but Sakura isn't even listening. He all focused on Tachibana's words as he punched the leader again and declared he ain't the one dodging people. Sakura let out his true feelings about his appearance. It doesn't make any sense how people act. He knows better than anyone he looks strange, but he never did anything to the people who diss him. This is just who he is. Sakura starts beating down this huge group of thugs. In his mind, as long as he is the strongest and the best fighter, he will be the top dog. Being alone doesn't mean shit. The gang tries to jump him all at once, but it's useless because Sakura is way more skilled than them. Sakura straight up took on any fool getting near him, and the fight was somehow lopsided as hell even though he was outnumbered. Just then, one of them thugs go and snatch up Tachibana, but he pays a damn high price for that dumb ass move because Sakura straight up knock his ass out. Tachibana showed her gratitude, but Sakura gotta break it down once again that them punks just pissed him off. They tried to pull a knife, so he told them idiots to keep the fight fair. One dude tries to creep up on him, but he ends up learning a really valuable lesson. Sakura kept fighting off more of them, but he was stuck defending Tachibana in one spot. He wonders why the hell he is defending her in the first place and reminds himself that helping others never ends well. Still, Sakura keeps holding it down for her, but eventually, one of the thugs uses the knife to slice his leg. Sakura is in a really messed up situation now and think about how that's exactly why he doesn't defend folks. He once again questioned why he decided to help her and get ready to take a bat to the dome. Just then, someone steps in and stops the attack, and Sakura notices this stranger rocking a Furin uniform. This dude shockingly blocked the bat with his back and told Tachibana not to tell a certain person that she was in danger. This guy wiped out the bat wielder and straight up told them punks they did mess up this whole damn town. His buddies arrive, and the guy furiously tells the gang that they're in big trouble. Backup has arrived, but they were disappointed to see so few opponents as they didn't all need to come to fight. Sakura is in absolute shock because he can't wrap his head around why Furin is saving his ass. The thugs are straight up scared shitless when they see this dude named Hiragi, but they think they got this in the bag because they got way more numbers. Hiragi tells the others to handle these fools quickly, so they start straight up wrecking them. One dude goes and attacks Sakura, and Sakura is stuck in a messed up spot because his leg ain't moving. Hiragi saves his ass again and tells Sakura to fall back if he hurts. Sakura gets all pissed and points out that Hiragi ain't his boss, explaining that the thugs were his to take on. Hiragi just tells him to stop moving around because it makes it harder for them to protect him. Sakura is completely shocked, and he looks around to find that the people of the town are cheering on the Furin guys. Sakura can't believe what he is hearing, and Tachibana reminds him about how she said the town's public safety was practically non-existent. But that all changed, and it all thanks to the Furin students. The first thing they did was put up a notice board at the town's entrance. It is straight up to say that if someone brings trouble to the town by harming people or property, they gonna handle them, no matter who they are. Tachibana explains that somewhere along the line, the town's folks give the Fear and students a new name because they fought to protect the town. They are known as the town's Bofurin shield, called Windbreaker. After the fight, all the town's folks come out to thank the boys. Even though they used to be seen as low-level troublemakers, the Furin students now got mad respect in the community. However, they still throw down a lot. They are loved by everyone. But most importantly, they are needed. Sakura was straight up blown away by how damn different this town is because the fighters get treated like heroes. They look like thugs and throw down all the damn time, but ain't nobody scared of them. Sakura feels all sorts of emotions, and he in shock when the townspeople tell him he did a bang-up job holding it down all by himself. Some sweet little old lady even offers to patch up his wound. But Sakura can't handle all that kindness and demands they all cut it out. Tachibana stays calm and starts taking care of his wound, reminding him that she said he was all alone, but she explained that she could see right through him and know he ain't choosing to be alone. She can't fully understand him, but she explains that the people in this town need his strength. Sakura can't process all this shit happening and straight up declares he doesn't need anybody and doesn't want to get involved. Tachibana is quick to point out though, that his actions say something different. She brings up the old man he helped and how he fought hard to protect her. Tachibana says he ain't given up on people, and he doesn't have to. At the very least, she declares that she won't turn her back on him, so she asks that he turn toward her as well. Tachibana is sure this is the way he gonna become who he wanna be. Sakura is still struggling to accept it all, but he makes a wild dash toward the others. He leaps into the air and points out how the delinquents seem to be playing hero now. He admits all this talk about being the town's shield sound damn cool, and he straight up wreck the gang leader who has been terrorizing the town. Everybody watches in shock, and Sakura wonders if peeps are really gonna stick by him there. We find out that this is the story about how a low-level outcast who only knows how to fight becomes the hero of the town. After a while, Sakura rolls up to Tachibana's restaurant, all pissed off because he gotta carry Grandma Sato on his back. He's worried she's gonna hurt herself getting off, but he just tells Granny to hurry it up. But damn, Grandma Sato surprises him with her smooth dismount, and Sakura's fuming because she told him her hips hurt so bad she couldn't walk. The old lady thanks him, but Sakura still ain't sure how to handle all that kindness. Tachibana stops him from bouncing and serves him some grub because it's his entrance ceremony today. It's still mad early, so she determines again that he all pumped to go to school. Sakura denies it, but she completely understands, since Furin got a lot of interesting characters. Just then, this kid named Nairi shows up and straight up faceplants. He asks Tachibana what she thinks of his new uniform, but Sakura points out he's still got the damn tags on his jacket. Nairi manages to rip them off, and Tachibana lets Sakura know they're gonna be in the same grade. Nairi notices Sakura's wild hair and eye, and Sakura thinks he got a problem with it. Nairi is surprised by his attitude and figures Sakura must be going through some tough shit at such a young age. Nairi tries to figure out why a nobody like Sakura ended up in their town. Sakura's insulted, but Tachibana assures him that Nairi acts like that with everyone. Nairi gets all hyped and tells Sakura that Furin High ain't no regular school. The peeps in Bafurin stand up for the locals, protect the weak, and crush the wicked. They some straight up heroes of justice. Everyone who comes to Furin wanna be like them and protect the town too. Nairi's one of them, but he wonders why someone with no ties to Furin like Sakura ended up there. Sakura lays it all out and reveals he there to take the top spot. Protecting the town is cool and all, but there's a whole bunch of strong folks there, and Sakura just wanna be the best among them. Nairi gets all serious and tells him not to talk big if he can't back it up, but his reason for saying that is cause he's scared Sakura gonna go bald. Sakura's done with his little comedy act, so he demands they throw down. But it's getting late, and Nairi got a dip because he wanna do 3 rounds of town patrol before the entrance ceremony. He declares that from today on, he gonna be a hero of justice, but damn, he is showing off how clumsy he is as he heads out. Tachibana straight up notices how hilarious this kid is, but Sakura can't believe a total dork like him wanna be some hero of justice. Tachibana's mad surprised to hear Sakura talking about someone's looks, but Sakura means these dudes like him, always chicken out when it comes to throwing down. To Sakura that's the lamest thing ever. Tachibana says it's just his assumption, but Sakura explains he's seen it go down way too many damn times. Then Tachibana drops some knowledge on him. She points out that the coffee fruit looks way different from the beans she got in her jars. The lesson is, if you only see things from one angle, you ain't never gonna see the real deal. She thinks Sakura shouldn't be so quick to judge and tells him to get to know people better, so he can see who they truly are. Sakura really takes that lesson to heart. but he just thinks she means Nairi is a badass fighter. Tachibana's mad disappointed, wondering if fighting is the only thing he cares about. After Sakura bounces, he still thinks he's onto something. And out of nowhere, someone stops him and offers him some free bread. Dude's hella confused, so the baker explains that the Furin kids always help the town, and he wanna give back. They recognize Sakura as the dude who stood up to the gang the other day, and everybody's talking about him. Sakura doesn't know how to handle the praise and dips, but they insist he takes some sandwiches for lunch. While Sakura's cruising through town, he notices mad other people feeling the same way. He can't figure out what the deal is and wonders what's wrong with all these people, acting way too nice to a guy like him. But then Sakura realizes he was just assuming they'd treat him like crap. Right then, Sakura gets shocked when a girl begs him for help. In some sketchy alley, Nairi gets straight up beat up because he tried to stop some dude from hassling a girl. The guys mock him saying he ain't gonna protect the town, because he's the one who needs protection. Nairi tries to make them take it back, but they just push him around. Then those guys get hella surprised when Nairi declares that anyone causing pain or messing up the town is gonna get wiped out by the Bafurin. They all start laughing, saying only dudes in superhero shows talk like that. The leader gets really annoyed and says it doesn't matter if Nairi's a windbreaker. He's the one getting wiped out. Dude's about to attack him, but Sakura shows up right on time to help Nairi. Nairi's mad shocked and wonders why Sakura's saving him, but Sakura doesn't even pay him any attention. The bullies are laughing because Sakura steps in to save his buddy, but Sakura's insulted by that. He reveals it ain't true, and he just hates weaklings that think they strong. Sakura straight up declares that it makes him sick, so the bullies decide to show them what they got. Nairi fears for his safety, because he is sure Sakura can't take them on his own, but ain't nothing to worry about, as the guys are knocked out just a second later. Nairi can't believe his eyes and wonders who the hell Sakura really is. Nairi's straight up scared of him now, but he still thanks Sakura for the help. Nairi's pretty sure Sakura must be disappointed to see someone like him at Bafurin and attending Furin High. But Sakura just points out he wasn't saving him. Sakura calls him a typical poser, and he warns Nairi to know his limits and what he's truly capable of. Nairi spills his story of getting beat up in middle school all the time. Then one day, someone from Furin came to his rescue, someone he'd normally be scared of. But in that moment, that person was hella cool, and Nairi wanted to be just like him. So he enrolled at Furin to become awesome too, but now he's realizing just how pathetic he is. Sakura realizes he made assumptions about Nairi being a coward in fights, but it's clear that Nairi can stand up for himself. Sakura tells him he's a weak fighter, but there might still be a chance he's not totally lame. Nairi's mind is blown, and the girl he protected shows up to thank him for having her back. She thanks Sakura too, but he tries to bail. Nairi stops him and pulls out his little notebook again. He bombards Sakura with questions about his height, weight, blood type, and hobbies. The kid goes nuts analyzing Sakura and taking notes like crazy. Sakura cuts him off, so Nairi explains he likes gathering data on guys he admires and finds cool. Sakura basically tells him to do his thing, so Nairi takes it as an invite to observe Sakura up close and personal. Nairi offers to give him a tour, claiming he may not be much help in a fight, but he's the best damn guide when it comes to the town and its people. Sakura's taken aback when Nairi declares he can guide Sakura all the way to the top, but in the next moment, Nairi gotta push Sakura to get a move on. But Sakura's all about chowing down cause he gets hella hungry after throwing down. Sakura's amazed by how bomb the bread tastes, and Nairi gets caught up in it too, but then he realizes they gotta hustle and get to school. Finally, the two of them make it to school, and Sakura's pumped cause there's gonna be a whole bunch of people, just like the dudes he met before. Nairi peeps the class roster and gets all hyped because he sees that he and Sakura are in the same damn class. Nairi's mind blown by all the other names on the list, but he ain't actually know any of them personally. They just people he looks up to. Sakura don't think it matters who's in their class, but Nairi points out they're gonna be spending a ton of time with these folks. Right then, Nairi gets shocked by this one name in particular, and Sakura points out he looking really drained. Nairi shakes it off and asks Sakura to try and be friendly with everyone in class, maybe even flash them a smile. Sakura thinks Nairi must be kidding, but Nairi reminds him that the Bafurin peeps came together to protect the town. Sakura ain't from around there, so these dudes definitely gonna ask why he came to Furin. Nairi thinks it's crucial to show that Sakura ain't no threat, and he ain't the enemy of Bafurin. But Sakura ain't even paying attention, cause he busy getting warmed up. Nairi wonders why, and he's shocked when Sakura says he just preparing for anything. Nairi's disappointed cause Sakura ain't listening, and he points out that even the slightest misunderstanding as an outsider could turn the whole damn school against him. Sakura doesn't even give a damn if every single person turns on him, and he reminds Nairi that he there to fight his way to the top. Sakura struts into the class, and Nairi freaks out cause it's hella obvious that everyone is staring at him. The class full of some hardcore looking students, but Sakura couldn't ask for a better crowd. One student knows who Sakura is, but Sakura's on high alert. Nairi apologizes for him and instantly recognizes the student from his book. Then this kid says he's Jack Sparrow. Sakura falls for it at first, and Nairi had no freaking clue this cold-looking dude could be such a prankster. Nairi knows his name's actually Suo, and Suo says his eye patch seals away an ancient Chinese spirit in his right eye. Sakura loses his temper when he realizes this kid's all talk. But then Suo gets serious and steps up to Sakura. The vibe gets tense, and Nairi's thinking people from out of town really get treated as anomalies. Sakura gets ready to throw down, and Nairi's scared there might be no way to stop it. Just then he's shocked when Suo just pets Sakura on the back, and compliments him for being the star of the main street brawl that happened the day before. The other students wonder what he's talking about, so Suo explains that before Hiragi showed up, Sakura was already holding it down and protecting the town. Nairi had no clue about this. The other students start gathering around Sakura. There were rumors about some unknown student in their uniform, and they glad this person did a solid job helping the town. They get a bit too close for comfort, but Nairi figures it's better than them turning on Sakura. It's pretty clear they don't see him as an enemy, so Nairi relaxes because the person he was scared of before should be cool with Sakura too. These dudes still wonder why Sakura came to Furin in the first place, so Sakura spills that he came to snatch the top spot. They all surprised, so Nairi tries to explain that Sakura ain't there to hold them down and beat them up. But Sakura says he actually is, but his new buddy steps in and tells him to chill. Just then a table gets tossed, and it's some straight up terrifying student. Sakura gets an excited look on his face, but Nairi begs him not to fight this guy. He's the most dangerous dude in their class, maybe even the whole school, and his name's Kyotaro. Sakura declares he prefers fighting mad dogs like him, so Kyotaro says he'll crush him. Kyotaro throws a powerful punch, and Nairi's shocked when he realizes that Suo instantly moved him out of the way. Sakura dodges it too and gives props to Kyotaro, saying he's the type he expected to see at Furin. Kyotaro gets even more pissed, but Sakura's loving every second of it, because that's exactly what Sakura was hoping for. Nairi is shitting bricks, but Suo is pumped to see some shit go down. Suo explains that Sakura screwed up by claiming he'd be the top dog in front of Kyotaro. Sakura's trying his damn best to dodge Kyotaro's attacks, while Suo spills that Kyotaro's been repping Furin High School since his middle school days. Because of his dedication, Kyotaro was the only one allowed to call himself Bafurin before officially starting shit. He's so damn loyal to the top dog that he's earned the nickname the Top Dog's Fanatic. Some other student begs Suo to stop the fight because he's convinced the new kid's gonna get his ass handed to him by Kyotaro. But everyone's jaws drop when Sakura dodges another attack and lands a counter. Sakura points out that Kyotaro's just a fanboy of the top dog, meaning he can't think for himself. Dude probably can't even make his own damn choices, so Sakura makes it clear that a guy like that doesn't stand a chance against him. Kyotaro, all bloody and pissed off, ain't backing down. They're about to throw down some more, but then some announcement interrupts them. The person on the other end is all clumsy with the damn microphone, but eventually welcomes all the students to Furin. Sakura's annoyed as hell by the interruption and just wants to get back to kicking ass, but all the other students are totally focused on the announcement, and Sakura wonders who the hell this guy is that managed to grab their attention. Turns out the dude's name is Yumamiya, and Sakura figures out he's Furin's top dog, the toughest man in the whole school. Everyone's waiting eagerly to hear what he's got to say, but Yumamiya goes and says he forgot. He just tells everyone to remember to enjoy their youth. They're in high school now, so they should make a shitload of memories. He suggests they all hit the beach and grab some shaved ice. Nairi can't freaking believe what this badass is saying, but Kyotaro thinks he's trying to mock the top dog. Yumamiya figures with so many students, there's bound to be some beef, but he assumes they ain't troublemakers who'd start a brawl on the first day. Kyotaro tries to hide the fact that there's some troublemakers throwing fists on day 1, so he wipes the blood off his face. Then Yumamiya gets dead serious for one message. He tells everyone to defend the damn town. They were given the name Bofurin, so they gotta protect the people and every damn thing that matters. That's the school's one and only rule, and all the students accept that shit. Sakura's freaking shocked that this dude ain't even in the damn room, but everybody's all eager to follow his orders, and he wonders just how badass of a fighter Yumamiya is. Suo wants the two fighters to shake hands and show some deep-ass understanding of youth, but Sakura ain't even thinking the fight's over yet. Nairi wonders why Sakura's turning all red, but Sakura shuts his ass up. Suo reminds Kyotaro that Yumamiya wouldn't be happy hearing he fought a classmate, and he tells Sakura that showing respect to other students is crucial if he wants to be the top dog. Surprisingly, Kyotaro wants to shake hands, so Nairi begs Sakura to hurry the fuck up and do it. Sakura gets ready for it and tells himself to just shake the damn hand. Sakura must have been through some real tough shit because he's gotta remind himself not to slap Kyotaro's hand away or toss his ass to the ground. Sakura shakes his hand, but thinks it feels hella weird touching people outside of a fight. Suo's glad to see their youth burning bright, but their grip is so damn tight that they both wonder if the other's a freaking gorilla. The other students go wild and can't believe Sakura actually landed a hit on Kyotaro. Sakura's surprised by how nice they're being, but he realizes it's been like this the whole damn time since he came to Furin. Sakura's all quiet in his thoughts, but the other students are wondering if he got choked out or some shit. Sakura joins in the fun and points out he ain't getting choked out that easily. In his mind though, he's thinking he had no freaking clue people could be so friendly. Just then, the students are told to go outside, and moments later Sakura's surprised they gotta paint over some graffiti. Sakura's clueless why the hell they're doing this, but Nairi's taking pride in doing a good job, and Suo's complimenting his painting skills. We take a look back to right before this painting shit happened, showing what went down when they were told to head outside. The student who ordered them explains he's gonna get in deep shit if they take too damn long. It took them almost 8 minutes to get their asses out there, so Haragi explains toddlers could move faster than these dummies. Sakura tells Nairi he saw Haragi when he saved Tachibana, but Haragi overhears and gets furious. Sakura ain't supposed to mention Tachibana being there, and Haragi explains he's gonna be in some serious shit if word gets out Tachibana was in danger. Haragi straight up threatens that some messed up shit will go down if Sakura doesn't listen, but it turns out all he does is start coughing up blood. Haragi pops some stomach meds and explains that he don't know what brought Sakura to this school, but he chose one hardcore leader to roll with. Nairi's wondering what kind of dude Haragi is, so Sakura explains that he's the type of weirdo to stress himself out until he's got a stomach ache and needs an anti-gas pill. Nairi's taking mad notes on Haragi and says it's because Haragi's one of the school's 4 kings. Yumamiya's sitting at the top of Bofurin, and right below him are his generals, the 4 kings. Each one's like a captain for all 3 years of a class. Haragi splits the students into groups with a 2nd or 3rd year as the captain, and he says they're gonna patrol the town. Haragi is the captain of Sakura's group, which also includes Nairi, Suo, and Kyotaro. Kyotaro and Sakura are in the same group because Yumamiya told Haragi to keep a close eye on the troublemaking fistfighters. The guys are shocked that he knows about the fight, so Sakura points out he was just defending himself. Haragi's gotta pull them apart so they can keep patrolling. Sakura points out all they doing is walking around, and wonders why they ain't beating up some intruders. But Haragi explains that it'd be offense, not defense. Just walking around in their uniforms is enough to scare off the smaller crews, so that's the plan. Sakura thinks it's hella boring, but Haragi points out that only liking fights doesn't make him much fun either. Right then Haragi does his duty and helps an old man on a ladder. Turns out they're painting over graffiti because that's part of Bofurin's job. When they're done, they get some grub as a thank you. Haragi gets why Sakura's all about fighting because all them other Bofurin guys used to be the same way. But eventually they realized being needed by the townspeople is fun too. Sakura gives it some thought and takes a bite of the snack. They come across a tunnel where Sakura spots a symbol of a damn ugly dog. Nairi wishes Sakura would watch his words, and he explains they're at the border between Bofurin and another teen's turf. Once they cross the train tracks, it's a whole different country with its own damn rules. It'd be hella dangerous to stir up some shit over there. The other team's symbol is a lion's head, and they believe strength is everything. That's supposed to scare off outsiders, but that's the kinda motto Sakura digs. Right then, the crew peeps a Furin middle schooler getting chased down by the lion's head fools. It's clear as day that this kid ain't gonna make it across the damn train tracks in time, so Hiragi just bows his head because there's jack shit they can do. But then out of nowhere, everyone loses their damn minds when Sakura and Kyotaro go all out on the lion's head punks. Nairi's scared shitless because they ain't supposed to mess with lion's head turf. Sakura says the kid's on their damn team, so both Sakura and Kyotaro point out that it was the lion's head fools who started the interference. Sakura tells Kyotaro to bounce because he can handle this solo, but the dude don't listen. The lion's head fools start clowning on their own teammate for getting knocked out with a single kick. But Sakura's thinking about how ruthless they are because they're supposed to be on the same damn team. Right then, the lion's head clowns start shitting their pants because someone shows up after seeing what went down. Hiragi can't freaking believe it's this dude who showed up of all people. He spills that he's a lion's head second in command named Tagami. Tagami's wondering what the hell's going on and casually greets Hiragi. Hiragi explains that those fools were chasing one of their own. Sakura is getting irritated by how chill this dude is, but he can tell that Tagami's legit when he figures out that Sakura and Kyotaro are the ones who knocked out his team member. The knocked out dude gets up all pissed off because they broke the rules and stepped into their turf. But Tagami shocks everyone when he smashes a bottle over his damn head. Tagami don't give a damn if it was their turf or not. He only cares that this kid lost the damn fight. Tagami starts wailing on this fool, punch after punch, and explains that losing means he's weak. The lion's head crew doesn't like weak-ass members, so he keeps beating him down, but Hiragi steps in. Hiragi tells him he's part of Tagami's crew, but Tagami corrects him. He rips off the dude's lion's head jacket and says their crew don't need no weaklings. Everyone's in shock seeing this ruthless dude, but Sakura just thinks he's a lame ass. He thought the lion's head fools believed strength was everything, but he points out that beating up the weak don't really prove strength. Sakura stands right up to this dude, feeling disappointed because he thought he found a fun crew. Everyone's shocked seeing him stand up to Tagami, and the lion's head fools are sure Tagami's going to end his damn life for saying what he said. But surprisingly, Tagami ain't tripping about it. He's more curious about Sakura's funky hairdo. Tagami also ain't feeling Sakura's fast talking, and he gets all serious and says it pisses him off. Tagami straight up announces that he's made his damn decision and declares that he'll beat Sakura to a pulp when the time's right. He even claims he's got Sakura's face memorized. The lion's head crew bounce after that. Nairi's scared shitless, pointing out that Sakura and Kyotaro might have just started a damn war. Suo calms his ass down and says he don't want Nairi ending up like Hiragi. Hiragi's so damn stressed that he's gotta slam down about 10 anti-gas pills. Nairi tries to remind him not to exceed the recommended dosage. Nairi wishes Sakura didn't provoke Tagami and says maybe he would have let them off the hook after that kick. But Hiragi knows better. He explains that Tagami's probably the most territorial dude in Lion's Head. He wouldn't have let that shit slide. But what's done is done. Then Hiragi shocks everyone when he admits that he should have made the first move and apologizes. He tells some middle schooler named Sasaki to come with them so they can report to Yumamiya. Sakura can tell Hiragi's stomach is really acting up now, so he wonders if Hiragi's really scared as hell of reporting to Yumamiya. Yumamiya sounded pretty laid back during his announcement, so Sakura's wondering what kind of dude he really is. They get to the rooftop of the school, and everyone's amazed at how freaking dope it looks. Hiragi approaches Yumamiya, and Sakura gets ready to meet the big boss at the school. But all the students are straight up shocked when Yumamiya's just psyched about his damn plans. The fool wants to barbecue with everyone in the summer, and Sakura's wondering if this dude's really the top dog. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to not miss the next part.